Welcome, Capricorn. This is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment Tarot here to do your weekly 13th through the 20th important messages that you need to hear for that week. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're welcome. Thank you for all the likes and shares and subscribes and views. Capricorn is one of my best viewers of all of my channel, and I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please hit the notification bell for all the updated videos that are coming out. And I do thank you and appreciate you with all the bottom of my heart here. That keeps me inspired to do what I do. And let's get you started, okay? So again, this is not going to resonate with every Capricorn, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Sun. If it doesn't, check your natal placement chart. This is going to be some Capricorn story, but it may not always be yours. I am an Aries Moon, Virgo Sun, and a Libra Rising, and most of the time my Aries Moon is crack-a-lacking for me, okay? So, hey, let's get this started, and I do appreciate you again. Divine Spirit and guides, please bless all universal beings with happiness, prosperity, stability. We do know happiness begets happiness, and misery loves company, and we want to stay far away from misery. Thank you so much. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's do this. Let's get this party started. I hope that everybody's in a good, abundant place. We're going to use the Wonderland Tarot Major Arcana to get the main critical messages from the 13th to the 20th for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. What is the most important messages? Okay, well, you got a lot, okay? So it's about endings and new beginnings. The World card is a karmic closure, so you are coming out of a karmic closure and starting something that's going to bring on a lot of total emotional fulfillment unless you're dealing with a Leo now. I do have Temperance. You will need to be patient and take the time to balance and heal unless you're dealing with a Sagittarius. As you're doing this new start over or new do-over, and this is not for every Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but a karmic lesson has been done. Justice has been served unless you're again dealing with a Libra, okay? So this is what we have so far, and the critical message from the 13th to the 20th is most Capricorns, not all, will be going through a change after coming out of a karmic closure with a career, relationship, family, relatives, higher learning. Maybe you graduated, maybe something's going on. And the Sun card is saying that you will be having and working on total emotional fulfillment after taking the time to balance and heal yourself after, you know, kind of like getting your ground again, hitting the ground running already. Justice is going to be in your favor no matter what, and so this is a good karmic lesson closure. Okay, it may not have felt good at the time, but you're already working your way out of that. Okay, so the 13th through the 20th. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and do 5 shuffles. Universe is telling me 5 shuffles for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And again, I hope this is finding all my Capricorns, my most favorite viewers. My viewers are not my most favorite. I love all my viewers, subscribers, and cross watchers. But you guys have really ratcheted up my channel, and I really appreciate each and every one of you for sharing, and subscribing, hitting that little bell notification, and keeping me rolling. All right, keeps me inspired. All right, Divine Spirit guides, please give me the messages for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and cross watchers. You're always welcome to watch Capricorn story play out because you most likely will be in it. All right, so here we go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is your messages for the 13th through the 20th? What is your weekly most important messages about this new change that is upon you? What messages, Divine Spirit and guides, does my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to hear for their higher good to help them through their journey on the 13th through the 20th? All right. Any more messages? I do have a flipper here. I can see it. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got so far. I have Knight of Cups. After coming out of a karmic closure, you're going to have an offer, or you will be making an offer of emotional fulfillment in one way or the other, career, relationship. There is some inner conflict that you have to work through. That's why the Temperance card, unless you're dealing with Sagittarius, is speaking to being patient with yourself. There is going to be conflict because of new changes going on, hitting the ground running again. You are coming out of an isolation, abandonment, and feeling, but this may be a self-imposed because you don't want people to see you in grief. You did come out of a karmic situation, so it might have taken and may still take a little time to hit the ground running, to put yourself out there again in a relationship or career, because it is any world event of a karmic lesson that's learned, where your new beginnings are starting, because the World card is the last tarot card in the deck. That's why we refer to it as a karmic lesson learned. It could be challenging sometimes. So it doesn't, it's not always a non-painful event, okay? So, but you are working on your total emotional fulfillment, maybe with the assistance of a Leo or Sagittarius or Libra, but you've got this, okay? So you will be receiving an offer or giving an offer. There may be some conflict out of coming out of isolation and making the offer or receiving an offer. It will lead to a stability of this night here is the slowest moving one. So, but that's good for you if you were the one offering. It is good if you're the Knight of Pentacles because you're taking it slow, taking the time to balance and heal while you are steady win the race. You won't quit. That's the Knight of Pentacles, okay? You will need the strength of the Leo, so you will be lent the energies or you will be assisted by a Leo with your endeavor. It could be a Leo that's offering a new start because I do have, speaking of new starts, a new divine opportunity for passion, adventure, travel. It may even be a travel vacation or a relocation, okay, in the offer. I do have the Emperor card, the Aries card. You will either be using the Aries energy to step up in a leadership position if it's a new career opportunity, if it's a lateral move, up leadership. If you're not dealing with an Aries person, then you may need to take charge and control of the situation coming out of an isolated place, okay? Maybe self-imposed. Yeah, the Scorpio card is here. You may be dealing with a Scorpio. If not, you're putting final chapters behind you, right? And whenever we start something new, there is those lingering, like ripples in the water. If I throw a rock to skip across the water, eventually the water will reclaim its equilibrium and become placid and beautiful and still, but there will be little ripples in the wave. So when you go through a karmic lesson, when you're starting over new and you're starting over being patient, unless you're dealing, like I said, Leo, Sagittarius, or Libra, the World card is all about endings. And when we have a new start, we kind of start out like a baby walking for its first steps. We're not going to be running. You're going to have some inner conflict. You just came out of isolation, or you're working your way out of a self-imposed isolation. You're ready to take an offer that's slow and moving, having the strength, unless you're dealing with a Leo, to take this new divine action, passion, adventure, travel. You need to step up like a boss unless you're dealing with an Aries, but it will allow final chapters to be cut officially and show that you are moving on, all right? Because literally the World card means you did move on, all right? But the Scorpio card, unless you're dealing with a Scorpio person in this message, talks about putting that chapter behind you, not only closure of a karmic lesson, but actually closing the door to it so that you can experience new relationships, new career opportunities, new enlightenment. So one more card for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I have, you're on your way. You got this. You don't need anybody to prop you up. You got this, is what I hear in my head. You're going to focus on yourself. You're going to focus on your abundance, your prosperity, your stability, your abundance, okay? And everybody and anybody else can come along with the ride. You're willing to offer that emotional fulfillment, but it's just going to take a minute for you to be in it, is what I'm hearing. That's the words I heard, okay? All right, so let's put this to the side and get your clarity going. We're going to clarify. I got 2 shuffles on this clarifying deck here, and then we're going to clarify the situation for you, okay? For your new start, new beginnings, putting things behind you, and actually with the Scorpio card and the Death card, you're finally feeling like you're taking a deep breath and saying, okay, it's over, and I've closed that chapter, and I'm ready to start anew. You're actually taking that deep breath. You know what I'm saying? That breath that you take when you finally realize that you've accomplished coming out of something difficult. That's what you're doing there. I feel it. Okay. All right. So the Knight of Cups. Let's go ahead and clarify the Knight of Cups for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 5 of Cups. Okay. So the Knight of Cups is offering, or you're offering messages after retrospecting and deciding to put an end to looking back on something that you think you should have, could have, would have done differently. That's over. Okay. That's what you're coming out of this self-imposed conflict, inner conflict, as well as the isolation that was self-imposed. You put yourself there. You have plenty of family, friends, persons around you. I feel this clairvoyantly, that are there for you, that if you reached out in a hot minute, they'd be there for you. but you wanted to put yourself, because you had inner conflict that you had to work through about letting go of this energy of the Five of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, of I should have done this, or I could have done this, or what if I would have done this? Well, it meant, the universe kicks you in the ass sometimes, excuse my language, so that we can move on, so we can evolve, so we can go from the Eight of Cups, walking away, so that we can get that Nine of Cups, wish manifestation. We have to ascend and we have to evolve sometimes, and we can't carry everybody with us, okay? So whatever is intended to happen with that career or relationship, it was meant to happen, all right? And there's no stopping progress, okay? The next card that I have, speaking of it, Nine of Cups. You have inner conflict about embracing your wish manifestation. You felt it, you knew it, Capricorn, that you weren't fully satisfied. The total emotional fulfillment card is what you're working towards. You weren't totally emotionally fulfilled in that endeavor, whether it was a relationship, career, or a higher learning. Whatever that karmic lesson is that came to an ending, it had to do with real wish manifestation. So a lot of people don't know that just because they don't speak, I want a new person, or I want a new career, or anything like that, you don't have to. The universe reads your thoughts. It knows when you are stuck in a rut and need a kick in the butt to get moving into a different direction. So wish manifestation doesn't always mean I wrote it down on a letter, burnt it, and threw it in the air, or I put words to it. It knows your thoughts. It knows your soul. And the universe decided that you needed to move on. Something was holding you back in a relationship, career, or a karmic event that you needed. It could have even been a relative situation, you know what I'm saying? But whatever the situation is, you needed to move on, all right? What about the Five of Pentacles? The Five of Pentacles is being clarified with the Queen of Coins. You're working on, you're focusing on your abundance, your stability, your progress. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. So you are working on coming out of an isolation, self-imposed. I clairvoyantly feel it. You weren't abandoned. Maybe you were abandoned by the person that you had a karmic closure with, if that's the case, or your career. Abandoned by that situation that you had no control over, or no change because it needed to happen. But messages are of prosperity, stability. If you stay focused, because this is you, Queen of Coins, in your element, okay? This is, even though it's the Queen, it doesn't matter about the gender. The Queen of Coins is non-binary. It doesn't have any gender, but the Queen of Coins means the stable person, the abundant person, the grounded person. That is Capricorn, all right? Whether you're a he or she or whatever, the Queen of Coins is you, Capricorn, okay? And that prosperity, stability, and groundedness, the messages are coming that you are on your way, coming out of this isolation, on your way to being you again. The stable, successful, disciplined, loyal Capricorn that always bounces back, no matter what. Because Capricorns just do not stay stuck long. All right? They may stay in it for a minute, but they don't stay long. All right, so Knight of Pentacles, 13th through the 20th. What is the Knight of Pentacles about the offer? I have here what clarifies the Queen of Swords. So you are going to be moving again. You're not going to be stuck anymore. You may be moving slow, but that's okay. Because with using the slow movement of the Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy of, yeah, I got this. I'm going to finish the race. I might not get there tomorrow, but I'm going to finish the race. You're using the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or getting an assist from a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius during the week of the 13th to the 20th to help you on your way by using facts, logic, and a non-emotional approach to get there, okay? And the Strength card, if you're dealing with a Leo, if you're not dealing with a Leo, you're going to be lent the energies of, the universe is lending you the energies of strength so you can accept the new emotional fulfillment coming your way. Because for when the universe knows that you've finally put something to rest and taken that deep sigh of, I finally closed the chapter, yeah, I was done with that karmic situation maybe a way back. Maybe it didn't happen yesterday, but I finally acknowledged and accepted it. And when you do that, the universe is going to bring you that new divine emotional fulfillment in a career, opportunity, relationship endeavor, whatever the situation may be. What about the Ace of Wands? Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is clarified by the Page of Swords. So this person or career opportunity is something that you've had your eye on, or as well as they may have had their eye on you. So the Page of Swords is usually the stalker card, but in a good way. Something that you've been watching on the sidelines, or someone's been watching you on the sidelines, is going to bring in that divine opportunity for you that you've been waiting for. All right, that you just didn't know that you were waiting for, but it's there. All right, so that's what that Page of Swords means. Let's go ahead and see if that Emperor is you stepping up, taking being a boss, or someone assisting you. Okay, so after the World card of a karmic closure, the Two of Wands is speaking about open opportunities and options and paths to take, but you have to be the one to take the action. All right? After the World card, an ending of a karmic lesson where there's no going back, you have to choose which path you're going to take and step up like a boss and decide to participate in taking the action. That's what that is being clarified by. So that is you being a boss. Not, well, it could be an Aries helping you after a karmic closure. The next one in Death card is being clarified by the King of Cups. Even though it's over, you're finally coming to an emotional stable place after learning a karmic lesson. So it may not have been something that happened yesterday. You may have been in it for a minute, but you are coming out of it because you have that deep sigh of, oh, okay, I finally finished that. I finally closed that chapter, right? And now you're coming to an emotional stable place after having anxiety from hell, okay? So the 13th through the 20th is going to bring a lot of karmic closure for you, where you are finally leaving the crossroads that you were stuck at. All right, the Death card is putting behind this, stuck at the crossroads. Should I invest any more time in this relationship, career, opportunity, higher learning, whatever it may be that you were at a crossroads with anxiety about, something that you were stuck in and you thought you would never end, but it ended. Okay. All right, so what about this Nine of Pentacles for my Capricorn? What about the Nine of Pentacles for my Capricorn? The Nine of Pentacles is being clarified by the Three of Wands. Your ships, you're going to be independent, solo, strong in your power, focus on pampering yourself, investing in yourself, taking the time that you're okay with, Capricorn. You're the Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy of, definitely, if you're not in a relationship, you're used to being independent and not depending on someone. You can do the solo road quite easily, okay? And wait for your ships to come in, because they're coming. That's what that divine Ace of Wands is about, all right? And the Ace of Cups, or Knight of Cups, okay? So let's go ahead and get you some Yin Yang Oracle, Capricorn, and see what is going on with your messages. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on with Capricorn? What is the oracle messages that they most need to hear for their higher good? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. All right. You have done the shadow side, worked on the moon side, the dark night. You're coming out of the dark night, okay? You're coming out of the dark night, have worked on the shadow side. That's why you were in a self-imposed isolation. That's why you had inner conflict, because you were working your way to your wish manifestation. That's why you had the Five of Cups, working on I shoulda, coulda, woulda done, and breaking free of that, right? With the Queen of Swords energies. But you worked on your shadow side. You worked on the moon side. You went down that dark night path that we all have to go through when we soul search, okay? Self-worth and expectations, you're coming out. You're stepping up. Your Aries card here means that you will be accepting the challenge if you choose to accept that mission. To be a boss, to step up, to take charge. You have two paths you can take now, but I know you're moving on, because the Death card tells me that you're willing to put a final close to that chapter. I hear that deep sigh. Okay, I've done it. I've moved on. Now what's next? Okay. Comfort zone, South Node, clinging. Okay. This was you with the Five of Cups up here, the South Node. You were hitting on your South Node, which is all about putting things to end that we want to cling to, right? You did that. Thoughts and isolating. You did that with the Five of Cups. You put yourself in an isolation so that you could think about it, reflect, retrospect, tear it apart. What karmic lesson did you learn? And there's nothing wrong with that, Capricorn. People need to take more time to retrospect, dissect after coming out of a karmic closure with something or someone, because they need to learn, they need to know, and they need to put it they need to compartmentalize what it is that was learned with that event. All right. Sometimes it's a traumatic event. Sometimes it gives us PTSD. Sometimes it's just an event, right? But no matter what, we got to compartmentalize, and we have to decide, what did I learn from this? What will I not do in the future? What would I do presently going forward? That's what that is, okay? So much love to you, Capricorn. Till we read again, stay safe, stay abundant and happy. I'm glad you're working through something. The 13th to the 20th is a definite pinnacle for you of moving on. And I'm proud of you guys for doing so. It's a hard situation, okay? All right, much love to you. Take care. Be safe.